Good morning traders and welcome to the Flow with the Markets Tuesday. This is volume 147 from the weekly outlook and setups, and today is the 3rd of May. So first of all, happy new month, happy new week. I really hope you're having a fantastic start already and you are excited to crush some goals because we're already in the middle of Q2. It's already going so fast. Wow. And so first of all, I was sharing those videos on Tuesday on Telegram and I was doing them unlisted. I don't know why. It was just more like more, how to say, not average, but just to throw in a little bit of analysis to update you guys. It was faster than I did on the weekly outlook and setups. It was with less details, but I saw that not a lot of you are actually seeing the Telegram. A lot of you are asking for the link as well, and it's kind of messy. So I just decided to start publishing it directly on YouTube, right? Without doing any editing, just going through the flow, just looking at it as I am going to be looking at the market every single day. So hopefully this one is also going to kind of teach you some processes, how to look at the market, how to analyze the pairs, and really how to determine directional bias and how to frame a trade idea. I'm still gonna publish all of those on Tuesday, so make sure that you're actually turning on your notifications on the channel so you get immediately notified when something is posted, right? And thanks to Barry Financials, I decided to name this Flow with the Markets Tuesdays. I really like this name, so we're gonna go with it like this. So first of all, getting into this week, we're just going to cover all the pairs, see how they open on Monday. I want to first bring your attention to the news, right? Because we have a lot of news going on this week. Yesterday, we started with quite a few as well, right? But nothing too important. We had a volatile day yesterday, and today we had the interest rate decision and statement from the Aussie, right? From Royal Bank Australia. So we can see that they have also raised it by 10 basis points, which is great. And we already had a nice expansion on the Aussie, pulling back towards a full hourly supply. So we're gonna see how this one is gonna react from there. As for London, yeah, unemployment change rate for Germany, nothing too important. Yeah, could be important because it's a medium impact. PPI right there, an unemployment rate for the Eurozone. This is important for inflation. Unemployment rate is also important. And then we have ECB President Lagarde speaking, right? So this is also pretty important. But really the big stuff happens on Wednesday. We start with some NZD, some Aussie. London session also looks pretty good. Nothing too major, but still a lot of news. US session, consumer credit. No, this is still GBP. Where is US session? There it is. Services PMI. A lot of other stuff, but there we go right there. Interest rate decision, monetary policy, FOMC conference, and it is expected that they raise their rate by 50 basis points, right? So again, keep in mind that today we might get a chop day. Monday wasn't really great as well because everybody is awaiting for this, and also Thursday. So the GBP right now is awaiting for this one right there. Right, and not to say, of course, that on Friday we have NFP and all the other stuff that goes within it, right? So we're having a very busy week, and it's one of those weeks when you probably would like to, not to become really more conservative, but to look to protect your capital and just acknowledge that we're trading in a very heavy news week. So you might get a little bit of tricky price, a couple of liquidity grabs, sweeps, manipulation, not clear price, because everybody's waiting for this right now. They're currently kind of accumulating. And of course, we as retail traders, we have no control over that stuff. So what we can do is just wait, right? Cool. DXY. Yesterday, it started bullish. We had a little bit of a bearish run right there, but we continued towards the highs. So what I currently think is that as it held from this higher low, well, I think it's going to break the high as well, right? DXY is definitely bullish. And if they raise their rate, then this one is just going to continue exploding without a pullback. So I do think we should just keep following longs on DXY, right? I really like this wick, which potentially created a higher low, because if we drop to the hourly time frame, we have this very sharp pullback to the downside that was followed by a break of structure. And currently on the 50-minute, this high is reacting from probably something on the left. But I do think it's just a reaction for the market to pull back and then to continue breaking higher, right? I don't think we're going to have a reversal. And yesterday I tried to catch a long on EU, but it went too fast. So this was actually the long on EU, this massive flush to the downside, which pretty much went inside this zone right there, retested, created a beautiful higher low, while EU actually took out the high, right? So which was again divergence between those two. Then this one, of course, continued to break structure. We have a new higher low right there. Then this one was a new higher low right there that we retested during Asia. And right now, how I'm looking into it is bullish, right? I would expect that this high to be taken, right? And potentially I might be looking for trades from here or maybe from slightly below, maybe again to get inside this level. Why is this level so big right there? So I might make it something like that. So yeah, there is pretty much my analysis on DXY, very fast and simple. Would love to see a little pullback right there, entry, if not pullback down there and entry again, because right here we have a lot of flat lows that haven't been taken. This sell right there actually took some of them, which is good, and then we can see how nicely it retested it for another long opportunity. And I tried to long EU yesterday, I got a smack on an EU long, but yeah, it is what it is. So this is my DXY analysis. Let's have a look at EU. Where's my hourly? Okay, I don't have much on the hourly because I was doing the trade breakdowns. But as you can see, the hourly is kind of messy right now. If you really zoom in, we are not having the best price, right? And again, guys, what can you expect after a couple of weeks of just massive bearishness? It's gonna start consolidating a little bit, especially before NFP. So it's not the best week to trade, which is not very nice because again, you have to be sometimes patient as a trader. And yeah, just recognize that this week might not be the best, but of course keep taking trades, and if you have a losing week, it's fine. All right, I am bearish again, and if I ask, okay, where can we be potentially headed? Well, the low, right? As the XY is about to break the high, then EU should be breaking the low. And if you ask me about the current direction, it is a little bit tricky because yes, long term we are bearish, right? Long term we're bearish, but we had a little bit of a shift right there. So we had this push, the market went back to create a higher low, but then it failed, pull back again, tried again, failed, pull back, tried again, failed. So what we're just seeing right now is the market creating bearish structure, right? So if I take this, there is another one right there, then there should be another one right here. And if I just go on the 15-minute, so there is the hourly one. On the 15-minute, we have this one right there, which is a nice level of supply. And then similarly to the DXY, we have this brand new wick as well, right there. And we're coming from a retest of this guy. So right now I can see that it's already flushing. So I have to get on my charts to try to get into shorts probably, because if we break below this zone right there, then this possibly signifies that we are going to create a zone right here. And as you can see, we kind of had an accumulation, push, pullback, lower high, currently headed towards making a new lower low. But really the high probability trade will be from this zone. So I'm focused on shorts today on the EU, hopefully to get a pullback inside this zone, then to potentially continue lower. If we have a break below, sorry, then I'm going to be looking for this. And if I look on the long side, because I always try to look at both sides, I just don't see the longs, right? I don't think that this is a push and a pullback and then to potentially continue higher. If it was like this, it had a pullback here, should have broken. Okay, failed. Pullback again, double bottom, should have broken. Nope, right? It just continues to make downward structure. And this is what I want to go with, right? So let's see. There is my outlook. Let's see how right now we have, what is it? Yeah, 45 minutes until London Open. So I'm going to be waiting for a sharp manipulation into the highs, possibly to give me a short. I'm going to be shorting from these levels as well. And if we turn longs, of course, I'm going to start taking longs. Not much of a development on UJ, I think. Yeah, so I have this kind of analysis right there, which kind of gives me a little bit of a bullish bias. Daily demands, new demands, higher low right there. So I am kind of more bullish, but you can see that it's starting to chop around a little bit, right? So which means that UJ might not be the best. So if I just look at this chart like this in the morning, I'm not trading this, right? So there is no reason for me right now to go down and start analyzing because there is nothing, right? Yeah, sure, you might have, nah, you don't, right? Let's be honest. You first want to start your analysis from the hourly. The hourly first has to make sense, right? Well, cool. Let's say that we're bullish, so we drop our range. Are we in 50%? Nope. So what do? Well, you can look to short from some of those wicks, right? So this wick right there on the 50-minute. We have this big wick similar to EU, right? So you can start forcing it. You can see that I'm just forcing it right now, right? So if we have any sharp push into the highs, maybe to here or maybe to there, then of course we can look to trade it lower towards 50%, right? We have also a little range right there in the 50%. And then from there, look to reevaluate and see if any buyers are going to come in, right? But again, if I just look at this chart in the morning like this, I'm not trading it. I'm either just not trading this instrument and going to another one, or just skipping, right? Aussie dollar, so this one gave a short yesterday, nice one, but you can see overall that we're playing out nicely. So I expected this low to be taken to tap into demand on the left and then to start pulling back. So man, this is playing textbook. I like it. But with their increased rate as well, this one is going to be tricky because again, we're competing against the dollar, and if the dollar raises the rates, and although Aussie also raised them, this one is probably going to flush, right? But we have to wait for this one tomorrow. So right now we're tapping into major full hourly supply, right? We already rejected. So what I will look for right now is for some sort of a 15-minute shift. Community took shorts yesterday from here. Looks pretty good. It actually took out the low, which is great. So that was a nice, simple trade. And right now we're into this zone, right? So I would usually not trade after interest rate decisions because we have like big wicks, and then the market is usually staying within the range of the wick, right? It's kind of bullish overall. So we had this massive run into the highs. We retested. This looks like a higher low. And right now it kind of keeps climbing higher. But if I am to approach AU today, I will wait for something more. I would love to have another tap inside to take out this high and then to start looking for a 15-minute shift to the downside. And if this is not it, then in order for me to short, I need to see a higher low broken. The higher low is right there, right? So if we are about to go short, I need to see this. Oops. Why did it stop? Like that, right? So this is my analysis on AU, right? Nothing too hard, pretty simple. In fact, I personally don't see opportunities right now, or I should say today or right now, because we have this big wick. So I'm personally going to be waiting for New York if I was trading this pair, right? Ooh, man, a lot of lines right there. Let's see if any of those played out. I don't think so. Maybe this guy right there, we pulled back. Yeah, so let me delete everything. So yeah, this one is tricky because we have this massive drop. It pulled back 50%, so we should be attacking the lows, but we also spotted out a lot of the JPYs were turning a little bit bullish, having also a 50-minute change of structure. This one is also demand. We're currently responding from it, but we're also going to be encountering supply right now, which we already tapped inside. So again, this one, am I trading it? Nope. Why? Because it's a range right now. It failed to break the low, kind of broke the high, right now returning back. You can say that it's long, but fundamentally, I don't think so. This one is completely messy again. This is what happens before interest rate decisions. So we can expect something like this to happen today on the DXY before their interest rate decision tomorrow, right? So right now it's pretty bullish. So I potentially could follow the longs because also AU is bullish. And if you wish to follow longs, like we had a push, pullback, higher low, well, any pullback towards this zone can potentially give you a long opportunity if you wish to trade it, right? Personally, I'm looking for also on AU for a deeper tap inside this zone and then to potentially see what's going to happen afterwards, all right? So this is how I look at it right now, just keeping it simple for the Tuesday. So this is NU. NU did not pull back. It straight broke to the downside and took out the low. So right now I have to delete everything. And we have a brand new range. There it is. So we have brand new lower high supply. And we almost tapped towards 50%. Yeah, tricky price because it actually went liquidity grab right there. Took out some liquidity above this high. Almost tapped into 50%. And right now it really looks bearish, this one. Unlike Aussie, which Aussie looks pretty bullish right now. So I'm really not sure. But this one created this huge wick. Massive momentum outside of that wick, which was also combined with a liquidity grab above these highs. Man, do I look for longs or shorts on this one? Well, I think shorts are highly probable if we don't really get a big respect from this zone right there, because this zone actually caused the reversal, right? But this is not a reversal, this is just potentially a pullback. And we can say that maybe the pullback is completed right there. So right now we can start initiating lower again, right? Towards creating a new lower low. Personally, once again, guys, if I see this right now in the morning, I'm not trading it. Because again, like massive move during Asia. Right now we're just chopping around from demand. Well, yes, you can start looking for some longs. Maybe you're already into long from right there, which is fine, right? You're trading a pullback. But yeah, if you feel risky, then of course you can wait for another pullback to take a long. I personally feel like this one might get crushed, right? But if you wish for a high probability shorts or for a high probability opportunity, I'm going to be waiting for a wick fill right there, and then potentially see if it's going to show me bearish signs to potentially take it lower, right? Keep in mind, we haven't pulled back towards 50%. We have a new full hourly supply right there. So of course we can initiate the bigger pullback, which is fine. But currently I perceive this market as bearish. So according to me, sales are highly probable. Probably the same as NJ. Yeah, this one also did not pull back, but it also hasn't broken the low yet. And it's creating an overall range. Yeah, these pairs are tricky. We have this wick. It looks like that we reacted from the wick. On the 15 minutes, we also have the same thing. And yeah, we pretty much have a 15-minute shift of structure. This was a higher high, higher low, higher high, boom, shift, right? A brand new level of supply right there, which looks a little bit big. And we're again going to be reacting from this guy similarly to NZD. But if we ask ourselves, what is the higher time frame direction and what is the better opportunity to take? Well, it's shorts, right? So if you're looking for longs, be careful. But let's see if we can have a pullback and then to potentially take it into the lows. Right, so this is NJ. What is UJ doing? Yeah, UJ is also starting to chop around, and this is pretty obvious because we have interest rate decision tomorrow. So again, if you're trading UJ, stay on the sidelines because I just think that this one is gonna create a range right now, right? And we can see that the JPYs are also starting to chop around. Interest rate decision tomorrow, so stay on the sidelines, right? I also think to stay even on the sidelines today on EU. I think of decreasing my risk, but if I decrease my risk and if I hit a win, then not the probability, but yeah, it pretty much disturbs your maths, right? Because if you usually risk 1% and then you decide to risk 0.5, your winners are gonna be smaller as well. So yeah, nothing too much to say on UJ, chopping around, waiting for tomorrow. UCAT to the moon. Wow, look at that guy, man. Yeah, I might have to start looking at UCAT. Look at that beautiful higher low right there from the demand continuation higher. Very nice. And even this one is expanding. Whew. Why is this one expanding so much while EU is sleeping? Okay, man, EU seems like to be the worst pair. No, okay. They're pretty much the same. Okay, I'm sorry EU for offending you, bro. GU. Yeah, this one is tricky right now. I really don't know if longs are possible. You can see that this kind of outlook right there that I proposed is currently going on. But are we really gonna have a long towards this area, right? Well, yeah, this is 50% of this big range. So usually the market is gonna want to reprice a little bit higher. We have kind of a full hourly shift, right? If I explore the 15-minute right now, I really want to see bearish price. Like yesterday we were pretty bearish, right? I want to see bullish price. So right now we tapped inside, we're kind of starting to shift a little bit. Asian range super trending, which is sometimes a good thing, right? I don't know. I don't also see the shorts. This right there is kind of a reaction, massive follow through. Is this an hourly zone or maybe 2 hourly zone? I'm interested to also sell from this guy right there. This zone looks pretty good. So I'm open for both. Right now we can start launching into the highs, right? Or we can have a manipulation below Asia to tap into some sort of those levels right there and then take it higher, right? The next opportunity will be to take it here and then see a setup, right? I want to see really a confirmed trend because right now we don't have it. Remember what I told you in the weekly outlooks is that sometimes you have a downtrend, you take out the last higher low and you think the market is exploding and it just goes like this, right? So currently we have that, right? So we have lower high, lower low, break, pullback. This could be a higher low, but it can also just break lower, right? So what I need to see is this one respected and break again. So in order for me to confirm a bullish trend, then I would like to see a break of this guy right there. But of course, we can start speculating that it might go higher as well, but it also might go lower, right? We don't know. If you remember, also we have the rates tomorrow or on Thursday for the GBP as well. So this one is also going to be waiting. So right now, if we start getting a nice 15-minute shift to the upside, you can start going long as well, following the momentum, like break, retest. You can start doing this, right? Which is good. So let's see. I'm kind of inclining towards longs on GU. So if you're looking to trades, then I think longs could be nice. We have the same wick that could get reacted from as well. But I think it's very key right now to monitor for momentum. GJ, I don't think much happened on GJ. Yeah, woof, you expected huge moves on this one, bro, but nope. So yeah, this one is awaiting UJ as well. GU is not very clear, so this one is just chopping around. So if you're trading GJ, then stay on the sidelines as well. Wait for momentum and wait for UJ to be shooked up, right? So nothing too much to say on this one. It's precisely in the middle, right? If we just take like an overall range, it's somewhere around the middle that it's consolidating right now, so it's not very good. Euro GBP starting to shift to the downside. So if this goes down, which means euro is weaker and pound is stronger. Well, that's good. So I can take a short on EU. Okay. I don't understand this pair, you know, but it's currently going down. So let's see if it's going to continue. So gold, when did gold open? Right there. So yeah, gold straight continues to the downside as expected towards this big zone right there. So 1850. So I am looking to see how it's gonna behave around the zone. We're having very important interest rate decision tomorrow, and I think that this one can actually flush afterwards, because if they really raise the rates, and then it makes no sense to put money into gold, according to me. So be prepared for shorts. All right, guys. So we had a very nice liquidity spike right there, massive bearish engulfing candle yesterday. So the momentum is down. So be careful with longs. I am not sharing much of an analysis on gold because simply I'm not trading it, right? But any pullbacks within this 4-hourly range, I do think could be shorts, right, within this area. And indices, so we had a nice spike reacting right now. We took quite a few liquidity points and we went all the way lower right there. I still don't think we're ready to commit to the upside. Still looking for a major liquidity grab below this one. In fact, it was only the S&P that took it out. Nasdaq is also nicely pulling back right now for a potential, as expected. First we took out the low and right now we're pulling back. Man, I'm starting to get a hang of those indices. And then potentially from here we can start expecting further shorts to the downside and towards this zone that I have marked on the weekly outlook. I don't even remember what it is because I'm not trading NAS, but I took a nice long yesterday on S&P. So we actually achieved targets for S&P, which is 41, right? So potentially buys, I would really love to see 4K. I would really love to see this. I didn't buy on this one yesterday, although I was thinking to. I mean, I traded it on as a day trade, but not as an investment. But still, I do think we can have a little bit of a pullback towards these zones and further continuation lower, right? We're having a very big rebound right there overnight. Pretty much my trade was this long right there. So I caught it from here and just to push higher towards these flat highs right there. But right now we're again in the middle. So I would expect either for us to push into the highs towards the zone, lower high and continuation lower, or from here to flush maybe today. But this one is also going to be awaiting the rates. So stay mindful. Crypto is just BS right now. And I don't know what to say. Yeah, it really looks choppy right now for the past few, what is it, since April. Didn't do much. I think it's even hard to day trade this guy right now. So again, guys, honestly, I just don't know what to say on this one. I might start forcing it right now to try to look for shorts, for longs, for shorts, for longs, but no. It is still bearish, and until we see clear signs, I am staying on the sidelines, right? Ethereum also keeps dropping to the downside. And what I don't like is that I'm also staking crypto. And all of a sudden, these guys tell me that they decreased the rate, right? So it went from 5.5% to 2.5% on Bitcoin. So I'm quite sad. Crypto is disappointing me. So, but let's see. Hopefully, a new bull run is coming. So nothing too much to say on the indices and on the crypto. So this is how I'm gonna wrap it up, right? I hope this video wasn't too long. I don't want to make them longs, but right now the DXY is starting to initiate this pullback, so I'm gonna go on the chart, start looking for longs. If we break below this level, also be open for shorts. EU is also pulling back towards this level as expected right now, so my alerts are gonna start pinging in. So let's see what we can get. Again, guys, be open-minded. It's Tuesday. We have tons of news ahead of us, so we can just get another choppy day. We can get some stop losses, so just accept them, right? Because it's gonna be manipulated this week. Wait for the news if you're patient, and I wish you an amazing week. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, and see you on my next video.